face to the screen again, slaves. I just got home with the Volvo. I took it around the block again. I enjoy driving the car. It still needs work, obviously. That's not what I'm starting a video about. I was thinking about, the stuff that's going on in Ukraine and current political issues, and I don't want this to really be a political channel. That's why I don't normally go on about it too much. I mean, I know I have posted some videos about immigration and this and that. However, when I talk to friends at work the one guy I work with, we were listening to the radio on the way to a job site, and they were talking about Ukraine, and I've expressed my opinion before that the war over there, like, our intervention might not be the right thing to do. I don't really know, but we shouldn't be so gung-ho to go in there. And they were talking about it, and they played some clips of people talking, and my buddy asked me, so what, you think that's all bullshit? I'm like, I can't say whether that shit's true or not, but I can tell you that I cannot trust the media that's providing the information, because they've lied about, historically, they've lied about everything. Let's go all the way back to even the Spanish-American War. The newspapers were ready to run the headline, remember the Maine? When the Maine blew up, the USS Maine, before they even did the investigation, they went ahead and went to war with Spain. And the investigation was even pending and showed that the boiler caught fire, and then it set the magazine on fire, the ammunition magazine. So the ship blew up on its own, but we went to a war with an entire other nation, and millions, well, not millions, I almost really exaggerated, but a lot of people died, and the shape of the world was changed, after that, over a lie. Because the media was so bloodthirsty and ready to just lie about something. Then you have World War I. I would say, honestly, I think it was over-sensationalized. Yeah, the assassination of the Archduke was a bad thing, but was it really a cause for the entire world to go to war? All those men that died, going over the top, over the trenches, in the face of machine gun fire, that's fucking bullshit, yeah? So, we keep falling for the same shit over and over. After that, even World War II, I could make a case that World War II was based on lies. I am not in any way disregarding the atrocities that occurred due to World War II. I want to make this very clear. I am not in any way denying the Holocaust or in any of the suffering that people endured because of World War II. But I am saying that the war could have been avoided. Winston Churchill said this will be an English war in 1937 or 1938. He said it well before the war even started. It sounds to me, when you say this will be an English war, that means that they wanted to provoke a war. So you have to look at that in context and say maybe World War II was also based on lies. Maybe all those Jews didn't have to die. Maybe we didn't have to fuck with Germany so hard. We could have come up with a better solution than so many millions of people dying. The Allies bombed supply routes that went to the work camps, the labor camps, the whatever you want to call them, concentration camps, where they concentrated the population of Jews and undesirables. But we knew that those routes were supplying those facilities, and we bombed them anyway, knowing that we would starve those people just to turn around and say that, oh my God, look at the suffering. Well, maybe we could have avoided it. Maybe we could have tried harder to avoid it. I just don't want to see people dying and suffering, I am absolutely not a Hitler apologist, and I am not, like I said, I am absolutely not trying to diminish the scale of the Holocaust at all. It was a horrible thing. But this guy I was talking to at work, he just went and flipped the switch. When we heard the stuff about Ukraine, he just said, oh, so you think that's all bullshit? It's like, no, I don't think it's all bullshit. Some of it's, obviously a lot of it's bullshit. But that, I don't know. How will I ever know? I'll never be certain, because we cannot trust the media. They will tell you lies to get you emotional and illogical. They take away logic by engaging your emotions, and they want you to do that so that way they can manipulate you. I mean, we're being manipulated constantly by everything around us. Music, television, radio, just especially the news. I guess I've already gone on about it a while, but don't get me really started on the news, because they're just full of shit. Like I said, all these wars that we've gone into for over 120 years have been based on bullshit. It's a moneymaker. War is a moneymaker. And the people that make money off of it don't give a fuck who dies. They don't give a shit about you or me. But they definitely get us emotionally involved so that way we want to care. Like, I don't want to see people in Ukraine suffering. I don't want to see Russians that live in Ukraine suffering. I don't want to see Ukrainians in Ukraine suffering. But we end up getting so emotionally involved that we pick a side automatically and just say, fuck Russia, or fuck, what is the point? Why are they trying to deceive us so much? You have to ask why they want us to be so emotionally involved. And you have to say to yourself, I refuse to participate in being so emotionally involved. I'm going to use logic instead. And if you actually take the time to look into things, you might find that the war is actually justified. You might find that the war is absolutely not justified. But you have to be objective, and you have to think about it critically. You have to be a problem solver. Like, can we solve the problem without killing people? Is that so hard? I guess it is. I mean, hopefully I'll come up with an update here in a few days and give you an opinion about how all the wars in the world have ended and there's world peace now, and it'll be great. I would love to post a video about that, like lions laying down next to sheep and eating grass. Let's fucking have a paradise Earth. But no, we can't do that because there's too many interests involved that want to fucking corrupt us and turn us against each other and manipulate us to take our money. All it is about is separating us from our money. Like, what little money we still have, they still want it. They want it all. So the only way to stop ourselves from being doomed is to stand up and say, you know what, we don't think so. Like in Canada, when they froze the bank accounts of people that were protesting, and everybody that didn't have their bank accounts frozen went to the bank and took their cash out before it got frozen. So they did they didn't think it through. They caused their own bank run. They caused the crash of their own bank system by trying to fuck with a small group of people. And that's wrong. I mean, that's a conspiracy right there. They conspired against the people that were just protesting mandates, and then they took those people and froze their assets, threatened to kill their dogs, took their kids away, this and that. I wasn't there, so I don't know how much of that's even true, but I know they were fucking with them enough to the point where they did freeze their bank accounts, and the people that still had money in the bank all took it out at the same time, and it was like, holy shit, we better end this bank freeze shit because everybody's going to take their money out and we're going to be bankrupt. I mean, the banks only carry 10% of the money they claim to have. If you've got 1,000 clients that each have $10,000 in there, they don't have all that money. They've got maybe 5 or 10% of it. So I gotta go. Have a good night.